New policies concerning sexual harassment are being implemented as college campuses prepare to reopen in the fall. Rutgers University's new rules went into effect on June 2nd, and it turns out this was in the works over 2 years ago.
In 2018, the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine released a report on sexual harassment of women in the STEM disciplines. And this was a really strong research-based report. We all read it. We thought that it spoke to issues that we'd been at Rutgers, and it's not just Rutgers, it's every college and university in the country, and non-academic places too have these problems.
The universities began taking a closer look at sexual harassment and creating healthy boundaries for students and faculty relationships in the wake of the Me Too movement back in 2018.
I've been practicing for almost 25 years, and there have been times where sex harassment has been at the forefront of conversation, but really Me Too, I think, was a change in the entire in the way society viewed these things.
There are a few new pieces that go into the policy.
The first is that it prohibits all consensual relationships between faculty and any undergraduate student at all. The other piece of it talks about faculty and graduate students, or faculty and postdoctoral fellows. And in those cases, the consensual relationship can only be permitted if what we call a mitigation plan is put into effect. And this mitigation plan sounds like what it is. It's an attempt to diminish or eliminate any kind of problematic effect.
So how will the university go about penalizing students and faculty if they don't come forward about their relationship?
Well, that's a very good question. We can't, and that's a problem. The parties would have to disclose it themselves, and they may not feel that they want to do that. But if they don't, and then there's a problem down the road.
Rutgers is actually more lenient compared to Princeton University, who bans all faculty members from engaging in sexual relationships with graduate students.
Princeton and the University of Michigan had both released similar rules, similar policies, just as we were starting our work. And we looked at them. Now, Princeton's is much stricter than ours. They prohibit all consensual relationships with students.
Princeton put out a statement regarding their new policy. Princeton University is committed to ensuring that all of its community members can learn, work, and thrive in a safe, supportive, and fair environment, free from sexual misconduct and all forms of discrimination. The Faculty Student Committee on Sexual Misconduct includes student representatives and regularly meets to address these issues. Is it possible that these statutes are put in place to protect the university from potential lawsuits from students?
Well, sure. We put statutes in place because we want to encourage certain behavior. And Title IX is the statute that governs on the federal level so those sorts of relationships and prohibits sexual discrimination, including harassment in the academic context. So are there some universities or academic institutions that do it solely because they're trying to avoid risk? Probably, but I think the vast majority of them maybe start from a place of that's the guidance, and slowly as a society we move towards this is just the right thing to do.
Reporting for New Jersey News Network, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.